Welcome to Bothering the Band. My name is Ryan Marcel Bynack, and with me, as always, the maestro, conductor, Abigail Levy. Abby, tell the people who we're interviewing today.
Will Butler and Sister Squares.
Oh man, they were so much fun. We definitely goofed around with them, talking bookstores, Chili's in the airports, their awesome new record. We have Jenny and Will and Miles from Will Butler and Sister Squares. But you write it with a plus sign. Anyways, this episode's fantastic. Thank you.
Hi,
Hey,
I'm Jenny.
Jenny, what's going on? How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing well.
Will's just making some tea.
Oh, we love tea.
We love tea. At this hour, we love tea.
I'm a night tea drinker as well. What kind of tea are you brewing?
Oh gosh, I'll have to see what Will brews up. He's got a big selection. I told him though, what as far as what I want, something really easy, so it might just be like a tea bag situation. Um, might be like we have like a roasted buckwheat situation that we really like that doesn't have caffeine. And or maybe it'll be like a Bengal spice.
Ooh,
You like Bengal spice? I think it's the celestial seasonings. I can't remember.
I love it. I like that you called it a buck. What did you say? Buckwheat situation?
It's a, yeah.
Hello. I'm also in their house.
Really?
No, I'm not.
Miles is our child. Julie's putting him to bed.
Hey guys, we're so happy to have you. We're such big fans. We're happy this worked out. Thank you for doing this. My name's Ryan. This is Abby, and this is Bothering the Band. If you don't know, or if Patrick didn't tell you, we got some really stupid questions. I hope you're ready to laugh and have just a fun little convo. Cool.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
Off the bat, I've had the Long Grass song stuck in my head all day, so thank you for that. It's probably rubbed off here in South Florida because I was singing it out loud. Thank you. We start off every episode with how are you and where are you? And you guys can jump in, whatever. There's no rules here.
Miles, where are you?
Oh my God, where am I? I'm at home in Ridgewood, Queens.
Okay. Queens, I love it.
Yeah, this is the palace. This is our one room that's not the bedroom. And also the main big room that the house is, the apartment. Anyway, yeah, I'm at home in Ridgewood, and that's where I am.
And are you doing well?
Yeah, I'm yeah, it was a nice day. The rain passed. I liked the rain, but now today was a nice sort of like reprieve and some new energy because it was getting a little wet. So I'm good.
What about you guys? Where are you at? How are you doing?
We are in Brooklyn, New York, same time zone as Florida, and we are doing.
But not Queens.
Oh yeah,
Coming down.
we're good. We both have colds, non-COVID viral infections.
We have school-age children. So,
I have a 9-year-old daughter, so I know
Uh-huh.
exactly what you mean.
yeah, that's life.
Yeah, but besides that, good.
Yeah.
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 So far, no colds coming home from school. Well, fingers crossed. So we're gonna do the same question, just two different areas. Miles, what's the best bookstore in Queens?
Mm.
And then we're gonna go, what's the best bookstore in Brooklyn?
I don't know about the best bookstore in Queens. I can't speak to that, but in Ridgewood, there's a little place called Topos Cafe. It's a cafe slash bookstore, and it's just one of those places that go in for a coffee and just look around at some books and then sometimes get one. It just adds a lovely dimension to the cafe experience. So that's my plug.
The great answer.
It's kind of a complicated on our end because there's a lot of bookstores that we love for different reasons. Like Terrace Books is like our ride or die, I would say. But Books Are Magic is an amazing bookstore in Cobble Hill that's like a book playground magical. But we now have a brand new bookstore in our neighborhood, like our
Like
immediate
2 weeks
neighborhood,
old.
called Lofty Pigeon, that we're so excited about, but it's so new, like we don't know it that well yet, but it's like my favorite because it's mine
And we
now.
gave money to their Kickstarter, so I got to put a book recommend up on the shelf, and it sold out. And it sold out a couple times. They said really good recommendation, Will.
Will, what's you got to tell us the book.
It's called Jamilia by Chinggis Aitmatov, a celebrated Soviet Kyrgyz author of the mid 20th century.
I can see why it sold out.
Yeah.
We'll have to. I'm gonna go back and listen to that because I don't know. I was just
It's
like,
great. It's actually Jamilia. It's great. It's actually what Longgrass is based off of.
oh,
Off promotion.
okay.
But like Terrace Books is where we order all of our Christmas gift books
I mean,
to be
Terrace Books
picked
has been our
up.
bookstore for like almost a decade.
Yeah,
But
and like the
Lofty Pigeon is
guys.
new. I want to give.
I
I want
know,
to see
I
them.
know, but I have a relationship with the guys at Terrace Books. They always
Why are you
recommend
doing this to
me
us? Why are you tearing
books.
us apart like this?
Because you're talking to two big book bibliophiles, book nerds, and then poetry fans as well. And I took Abby to New York for the first time last year for a live show in Brooklyn, actually. And I mean, that's just what you do when you travel. You go to bookstores. I took her to Strand. Strand is my favorite bookstore in the history of the world.
I love McNally Jackson also. That's a great bookstore. They moved though. Hot tip, they moved. So now
It's not where it's
I
always
like their
been.
anyway. We don't have to get into the regional Manhattan bookstores, but I love the Strand. I also love the
And
Strand.
we always go on dates to books. Like whenever we're on a date and it ends too soon, we can't come home yet because the kids aren't in bed yet. And we're like, we have to stay out and do something, like walk around and go somewhere. We always go to a bookstore.
Often the Strand because it's open late. And miles of
And
books.
it's just such a lovely place to go on a date. You look at books
Need a
together, maybe
pen.
you
Get
get
lost. Yeah,
something. Yeah, maybe you recommend something to the other person that you think they would like. Mm.
absolutely. Miles, there's a great bookstore, Astoria Bookshop, obviously in Astoria. That place is great too. I used to go there when I worked in Queens.
Ooh.
But I love the post date book browse.
Mm.
Yeah.
Big fan of that.
Yeah.
That's great. What's the last book you read? Let's stay in books.
I think the last book I read was The Idiot by Elif Batuman. I'm not exactly sure how to say her last name, but I really, really liked it. It takes place in the 90s at a university, and what else can I tell you about it? Just very clever, very cleverly written, like very fresh voice. Um, Liked it a lot. Recommend.
Miles, you want to jump in?
I just read Parable of the Sower, Octavia Butler, and I really enjoyed that.
Butler.
Yeah. Um, it kind of broke a spell of not I'm not finishing books. I'm like amazing at starting books and then terrible at finishing them. And this one broke a streak, and now I'm on to the sequel to that, Parable of the Talents, and it's going great.
And does that weigh heavy on you when you don't finish them? Do you feel a pressure?
No, apparently not.
I think that's good. I'm a big fan of you get them. If you start them, you get distracted or it doesn't keep you. You can move on. You might revisit it in another life.
I mean, it's something I'm working on. I don't like that it happens to me, but it also doesn't weigh on me because I just love book. Yeah, Will hates it.
I don't like that it
I'm sure it
happens.
does.
Oh, Will, what's the last book you read?
I just finished. Oh, well, this is slightly unrepresentative, but I just finished This Is How You Lose the Time War.
Oh, I love that book.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a great book.
which I kind of went, oh. And before that, I read Blood Meridian, which was really intense. It was like, those were very, I was like, I need something the opposite of this. It was very, because I was at McNally Jackson and they have a big, what's his name? The author.
Cormac
Cormac
McCarthy.
McCarthy.
Who just died. They had a giant thing. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to read. I'm going to read this for Jeff. Big up, Jeff. And it was really enjoyable. And then it was so fucking heavy. So that was the second to last book I read. The third to last book I read. No, I don't know.
To go to Will's house, Will and Jenny's house is like there's always a book just around, and it's not a light. It's like not War and Peace, but like
Oh, well, Julie is always joking, like, what tome is is Will reading right now? Like, whose tome is that? And it's always like some new translation of like the most obscure, just
It was Proust. It's not
thickest-
obscure. It was Proust. It's not obscure. It was a newish translation. It was very good. It was the Lydia Davis book one of Proust, which I
not
never
obscure
read.
at all.
He's one of the most well-regarded authors in all of human history. It was really good. It would rock my world.
It rocked your world.
It was like so boring, and then he would describe an idea and it would like make you weep, just like the description of an idea, and I'd be like, why am I weeping? It's like someone described an idea so well and in the middle of something really boring.
That's a book I would buy, and I would get 50, maybe 100 pages in, and that's where I would get distracted. I would want to stay there.
I know.
It's worth it though. I would actually recommend the first 50 to 100 pages of that one. It's great. You read the famous thing that all the Daffy Duck cartoons are there. It's great, and then you just put it down and be like, "Wow, that's a long book."
My notebook is just like book recommendations. That's all I've written so far.
Oh, and I have to
This is a
say,
book podcast, right?
I have to note, just to bring it all together, that I'm remembering now you picked out The Idiot by Elif Batuman for me in that Fort Greene bookstore.
I did. I have never read it, but I did pick it out for you.
You were like, I think you would like this.
And I was right.
Anyway.
I really
Yeah.
tried to get my publicist to get me on some book podcasts. So this is really
Yeah.
scratching that itch. I was like, I know we're doing a record, but get me on some book podcasts, man.
Yeah. If you're here to promote, that's not what we're about. Usually it devolves into books, television, or food, a lot of food. And
Yeah.
and we have some food questions. We'll get there. We'll get off track easy.
No, we're sticking on books, man.
Well, we're gonna move. We're gonna move a little bit here. Growing up, did any of you play a game called Foursquare?
Yeah.
Where you bounce the ball?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
That's it.
That
That's
was-
the whole
no,
question.
that's really it.
Bye.
Well, Abby and I grew up in Central Florida, and I don't, some of these games are real regional.
So
I don't
how old were you when the Magic lost to the Rockets?
know. 12,
Okay. Yeah, I was 13.
12 or 13.
They beat the Rockets.
Are you a basketball fan? That's actually on here.
I mean, I was a fan when I grew up in Houston and the Rockets beat the Magic, but that was
You're like, yeah, that one year I was really happy. Oh,
I didn't mean to derail your kickball question, though.
this is exactly what we're going for.
I
Yes,
was just ragging on Central Florida, man.
it's easy to rag on. Kickball or dodgeball?
Kickball. I carry kickball in my trunk everywhere I go,
Okay.
just in case.
Are they the same ball?
As Foursquare?
No. Well,
As all of them.
Foursquare and kickball are the same. I feel like a
It's
dodgeball
like a volleyball
is a
or
harvested
soccer
tether ball. It's like
It's hard.
they grow tether balls and they harvest them for dodgeball.
That's what those poles are. That's where they grow.
Yeah. That's the
Yeah.
dodgeball tree.
Oh, so it's not the same ball? This is wild.
Well,
I
Gotta look this up.
we grew up with not a lot of money, so it was
Yeah.
the same ball.
yeah, I was gonna say
Wait, you owned the ball?
Just
I
one.
only got it in school.
We found it. It just rolled down the
It's
gutter and it was like
whatever
ours.
ball you find.
My parents loved Foursquare and were like uber competitive. That was like our after dinner thing when I was a kid. They were like, we're gonna go play Foursquare now. Go get your
Oh.
sister.
That's
And
fun.
so we did own the ball.
If
Wow.
we're ever in the next time we're in New York, we're gonna organize a game of Foursquare.
Foursquare is one of those games that now that I have an adult mind, I know exactly what degree I'm cheating, and it's really not fun anymore. I feel like I have to have the kid brain of like cheating, but kind of not telling yourself that you're cheating, and that's one of those games that's prime for that. But now that I'm adult, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm definitely holding this ball a little too long. Like this is more of a throw. But I'm like I could never do it. I'm just too conscious of my
It weighs on you like an unfinished book.
Yeah. Like Miles's unfinished book, it weighs on me.
Bringing it all back around. Bravo. Okay, Miles. Anyone jump in here. What do you call your mom or your dad's sister?
Mm.
Ma tante.
I call them wait, what is this question? Is it like something deeper that no, I call it my aunt. My aunt.
Your
Aren't?
Arntzen.
My aunt. My uncle's name is Arndt Arntzen. Just for the record.
It's my aunt, Aunt
Aunt.
Lydia.
I actually find aunt to be very goyish, and we call everyone in my family aunt, and on my dad's side we call them all auntie.
Okay.
Auntie Gracie, Auntie Susie, and anything else would be very unacceptable. And I am Auntie Jenny to my nieces and nephews. And when my kids say aunt,
I believe that I use aunt as a noun and aunt as a title. My aunt, Aunt Betsy.
Ooh.
My aunt, Aunt Lydia.
what?
I think I'm one of those. I think that's the culture I grew up in.
You're one of those, huh?
I
That's
think it's Yankee blood.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the highbrow Houston aunts.
I have something similar. Like I say aunt, my aunt so and so, but my sister's children are half Filipino, so I'm auntie. They call me auntie, so I'm like, hey. And so I caught myself the other day. I said something to my auntie, and I was like, I don't say that. That's weird. It sounds weird.
Right.
Do they say it with that weird accent you're putting on it? Too?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it comes out sounding
Auntie.
like auntie.
Oh, that's fun. Miles started overthinking this, and it's a good lesson. Do not overthink these super dumb questions.
No problem, I will.
Okay. Well, perfect. And again, it's as simple as can be. Sunrises or sunsets?
Sunsets.
Sunsets.
Yeah. How does the sun even get in the sky?
I don't want to see that. I don't want to be awake for that.
Well, it begs the question of like, are you still awake? Like in your younger years, were you still awake from the night before watching the sunrise? And that it's a nightmare. But if you're like on the beach where Abby is, it's probably pretty nice.
Yeah. Early though.
Yes. Okay. Growing up or now, actually, let's go with now. If you make a sandwich, let's say a grilled cheese sandwich, are you cutting it square or are you cutting it in a triangle, the shapes?
Grilled cheese triangle.
Agreed.
Okay.
But it's a little bit ironic. It's a little bit a bit.
It's a nod to,
I'm like doing a bit when I do it, but I definitely do it.
This is fun.
And
Square.
square if I'm making it for my kids because they're little devils. And
It's
they
like a
don't-
spite cut. You're
they
like you're
won't
getting it down.
accept- They won't accept things a certain way.
They might like triangles now that they like shapes.
Aren't they in like middle school? Like
One of them. Yeah. I can cut his
anything.
grilled cheese however
Okay.
any shape. The little ones, You got to be careful.
Yeah, I know that game.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Mhm.
Do you cut your burgers?
Oh
We
no,
cutting
but
burgers?
I cut miles off. How do
No,
you?
no, no, no. No, I'm still thinking about the sun. Um,
Oh
what
yeah. It
because
depends on whether it's sunrise or sunset, how you're gonna cut your grilled cheese.
Yes.
well, I was thinking about the one time I went to Norway, the sun never went down, and how much I loved that at the time, but it made me wonder if anybody here would choose sun all the time or darkness all the time. I would choose sun all the time, but I, I'm growing, I see the appeal of darkness all the time. But
Yeah,
is that unanimous here? Like everybody's sun all the time?
I think we have to
Yeah.
Okay.
go with
All right. We can move on.
Glad we got that out of the way. Why did you guys go with the plus sign versus an ampersand?
Was that my decision?
I don't remember. I think we just liked how it looked.
I, f- I find an ampersand is just playing with fire. Who knows what it's going to look like?
Yeah.
Oh, they put it in this font. Oh, that's crazy. That's a treble clef.
Right.
Mhm.
Whereas the plus, but the plus has actually sparked more confusion than I thought. I thought it was, what I actually like is the little hand-drawn and that's kind of a plus with the little diagonal,
Yeah.
like that, but it's there. But people have said Will Butler plus Sister Squares, and it always makes me be like, huh.
On this episode of the podcast.
Will Butler and Sister Squares felt, I don't know. They all have different shades of meaning. Will Butler on Sister Squares or and Sister Squares?
I feel like also with the chat reference that it feels kind of more like graphic
Some
and
symbolic
diagonal. I mean, graphic
notation.
and mathematical or something.
Yeah.
Like a notation. Yeah. I don't know. That's just an association.
Yeah,
I took it as it completes the sound. Like it's like part of it, the equation,
yeah.
if you will. There you go.
Mm,
I like that.
I like that too.
Yeah. Okay, if you had a robot butler, what would you name it?
I have a robot butler.
A Roomba?
Heyo.
His name is DJ Cool. DJ.
What would we name it?
Uh-huh.
If you name it, you go attached to it, though.
Yeah. Then you can't kill it.
You can't crush it. You can't kill it for its milk, its thigh meat.
What would I name
It's
it?
milk?
But you get milk, right? You kill the cow and you take the milk out.
Yeah, that's what. I also picture a robot butler that also you can milk it.
That would be really
Mhm.
useful.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in that case, you would name it
Milky.
Aunt Bessie.
Robot.
Milky.
Milky.
Milky is kind of a good name for a robot in general. Hey, Milky. Really disturbing.
Milky.
Have you guys talked to the new AI chatbot, Milky?
Why is that so disturbing?
It's so disturbing.
Milky.
I think it's perfect.
Miles, is that what you're going with too?
That's what my initial thought was.
Mhm.
Wow.
So
Before we even made the joke, you were like, it's Milky.
yeah.
Without Yeah. Okay, this is a total left turn here. What kind of hangers do you use, and are you particular about your hangers?
Yeah, I am actually. Yeah. Only, I mean, like the wire ones that you get from the dry cleaner, those go in the garbage. They get all tangled in the closet.
Oh yeah, those are.
I don't have any kind of special expensive hanger, but any sturdy plastic hanger that's uniform with the rest of the hangers in the closet will do.
I like a medium thickness plastic hanger.
Yeah.
The thick ones are depressing and the thin ones are too
They don't
weak.
hold up, yeah.
But you need like the Target mid-range Target plastic hanger.
Those are like the universe. I know exactly. We all know exactly what you're talking about. Those
Not
are
the
Yeah.
Amazon one. The
universal
Amazon ones
ones.
are spooky, but the Target ones are good.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
No felt hangers.
No
felt.
felt
For me.
hangers.
You have a felt
No.
hanger too.
I have
I
a
have them, and I don't know why I have them, and they annoy me.
You
I don't-
stole them from us.
I don't know where mine came from
That's right.
either. They are annoying for certain reasons, but then if you have like a slippery top with a wide,
True.
yeah, alley is
This has to hang on one of those.
otherwise it'll fall off.
hmm
Yeah,
That's true.
And
Yeah.
usually they come from the dry cleaner as well for that reason.
that's a nice dry cleaner.
Did you not get some space savory felt hangers at some Amazon order? I'm just gonna look.
Oh, like those ones you can hang like
They're
4
not
pairs of pants
felt,
on.
but yeah, I think they're kind of rubbery. But yeah, it's like a ladder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I got
You
a
bought
couple
them
of those.
2014 August.
Yeah.
Wait. Let's.
Jason knows the
Abby,
hangers I bought.
You're hanging that T-shirt. You're hanging that up.
I'm not getting into this.
No,
with
no,
you.
no, 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 no.
Just-
Do you hang that up, or if you did?
I hang this one. Yes.
That's
this
your
is
favorite
like
one.
it's like
That's
a
the best one.
nice.
Yeah.
It's a good.
It's a good t-shirt.
Yeah.
Mm.
But normal t-shirts, no. Those I'm lucky if I fold them before I shove them all in the drawer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you.
Are you putting? We're sticking in shirts here. Are you putting deodorant on before or after you put on the shirt? This is a divisive question, by the way. We've asked this question. We get different answers. We've started fights.
Like on the outside of the shirt.
No, like you put it on and then go under. Yeah.
Like
Okay, you have to
in-
tell them where it comes from. Ryan is upset because as of late, he keeps getting deodorant on all of his black t-shirts. And so I said, put the shirt on and then put the deodorant on. And he's like, I
Mhm.
can't do that.
Seems
Yeah.
out of order.
Yeah, that's really hard. I'm chaotic over here. It depends on where I am. in
You're
the
putting it on the shirt. You're like, here we go.
process.
You just hold a pine cone. I just hold a pine cone under your armpit and kind of go
Those
around.
little like car hanger things.
Yeah, it depends on my process that day. It's in
Yeah.
what has interrupted me when
Before the shirt.
before the
For the
shirt.
shirt.
Ideally the same for me. But sometimes, some mornings things just don't go the right order. So I
Yeah.
can't, I'd be lying if I said it was all the time.
You get wrapped up in the sunrise and you're like, it's chaos.
We won't hold you to it. You can change it up.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you make people take off their shoes when they come to your home?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
100%.
man.
At this point, we don't even make them.
It's
so
cultural
clear.
in New
It's
York.
so
Yeah.
it's so clear. I think it is kind of cultural in New York, actually.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
people
dirty.
come in.
I think the default is, and then they see a pile of shoes and they kick their shoes off. If they ever ask these days, I'm just like, whatever, man. And then they always take them
So
off.
passive aggressive. Whatever, man.
Whatever, man. Why are you even here? Miles, why are you even here? I've already told you, I don't care if you keep your shoes on or not. Jesus, Miles.
Yeah, this is a big issue for us.
Is it?
No.
No, shoes off. Shoes.
Oh, not in your household. Between you and Will. It's a big issue.
Between me and Will have beef about
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've sensed that.
No, but shoes off, but yet can movies and TV shows continue to depict people that wear their shoes in their bed and
Yes.
all around their house, and it's a problem. It's
Wow.
a big problem.
They're normalizing something that is transgressive and
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
disgusting.
Man, right in the bed. I
Right
love
in the
wearing my
bed.
shoes, but like not in bed.
No, you gotta get your bed
No.
shoes on.
If you just stop and think for a second where your shoes have been just that day,
Mhm.
you would think twice.
Especially in New York City. Like,
Especially, I was going to say that's also kind of a
goodness.
cultural New York thing.
I
how
guess.
Yes.
feet touch.
I guess my mom is just going into the library, or she works at the library, and then straight into her car and then home, and
Yeah.
it's like the back of the library and her house, and
That's
We're like walking on pigeon bones.
yeah,
pigeon bones and hobo toes and
Pigeon bones.
Hobo
And,
toes?
yeah,
hobo
just
toes.
is that what you
Yeah, Abby and I both work from home. I walk my daughter to school, so it's like sidewalk, but I did go to the post office today, and post offices are gross.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. I'm glad we got that out of the way. Okay, you can't time travel, but your phone has the internet from 5 years in the future. What do you look up first?
how's
My-
Milky doing?
My first thought was something about climate change.
Oh, okay.
Something.
So Will went positive. You're going negative.
How's Milky doing?
Is it
Files?
positive though? How's she doing?
My first thought was, have they solved climate change?
Yes. Nope, not at all.
Yeah,
Not
you're-
even- we got
Fine.
robots though. We got
But Milky is
What do you-
doing great.
Yeah, checking Milky's Instagram for
all
sure.
selfies. It's all selfies. Robot selfies.
What are you checking? What are you checking, Miles? 5 years in the future. The year's 2028.
Yeah.
I'm checking out how the last 5 Will Butler and Sister Squares albums have done. We're doing one every year, right?
Wow.
You heard it here, folks. We're gonna hold you to that.
It's all gonna be AI answers, and it's gonna all be made up. Yes, they have all done well. I mean, I just really want Trump to die, so I guess I'll check that.
I mean, that's
It really wouldn't be the first thing I check, but I would be like,
Is he dead?
please, I just hope he's dead.
I mean, it's a safe bet. I mean,
He's
he's not
very old.
healthy and he's old and
Yeah. Not the first thing I would check. What I would check, what's the subway fare now?
it's $18.
What's the hot taco? What's the hot new taco?
Hot new taco. That's good. That's good. I mean, immediately I would check if I'm still. I wonder if I'm still alive.
Oh wow, I just assumed. Oh
Oh.
Right?
my god, what's wrong?
I don't know.
God, I thought that was a given.
No, that is a given. I probably would go something simple as like basketball, and Abby, I know, would go what Fast and the Furious movie they're on.
God, I didn't even think like Find My Kids or something like that.
Yeah, none of us did. I still have it.
Yeah.
Shit. All right, we're gonna delete this whole thing. Back to the most important thing. When you jump into a pool, do you plug your nose?
How deep?
No.
How deep? That's 6 feet.
No,
2 feet. Ah! My
No.
back.
It's a fountain.
No.
Not generally, no.
No. Okay.
No, but I think I'm realizing that I've recently started blowing out when I dive underwater.
Oh, yeah.
I have noticed that you're doing that now. That's great.
I thought that was normal. I thought everyone did that.
I inhale when I get in there.
I didn't know that was an option.
I drown every time I'm in the pool. Yesterday. Okay. Existential question. You are walking into a coffee shop. You hold the door for you're first. You hold the door for someone. You let them go in first. Do you think they should let you go ahead of you? Or we can reverse it. Someone is holding the door for you. They were first. Do you let them go ahead of you because they were technically there first?
But they're holding the door for you as a gesture.
But they were there way before.
Uh,
So I would, if I was holding the door for someone and I let them in, then they would, in an ideal world, they would offer for me to go in front, and I would just look at them with the most disgusted look, just like, I do not give a shit. Like, you think I fucking care where I am in line? Go ahead. I held the door. You go.
if I'm holding the
Yeah.
door for someone, if I'm holding the door for someone, I'm definitely not in a rush,
True.
I think. And I'm like not just thinking about if I'm in a rush and I really care, I'm just thinking about myself. I'm not opening the door for anyone, I don't think. And so if I'm opening the door for someone, it probably already means that I don't care if they go ahead of me.
I don't care. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, I don't fucking care.
So aggressive.
I don't care.
Yeah, Will and Jenny are very aggressive in cafes. It's
Yeah.
You make it a point. You're like, I was here first, but I don't care.
I'm opening the door for you. Now take your shoes off in the coffee shop.
Miles, do you have any opinion on this scorcher of a question?
I think I at this point just want everything to just be okay when I walk into a public space. So I sort of go in with like just whatever needs to happen for things to just keep moving. And often that's just like, oh, you let me go? Great. Oh, you go? Great. Let's just keep it moving, folks.
No
Mhm.
conflict. I
Yeah.
open the door. I say, I believe whatever you believe. Welcome.
Yes.
Okay. We're still walking in places. When you walk into the supermarket, do you always go the same way? Do you start in the same spot?
I often like to sort of check out what the Entenmann's section is like. Like sometimes the supermarket will sort of have, at least the one I go to, the sort of the first thing you see is the wall of Entenmann's, and I kind of just like do kind of like and then that's kind of how it starts.
Well, let me throw this in there. When you were growing up, you probably had all the dodgeballs, but was Entenmann's fancy? I remember it kind of having a fancy run, at least in my household. It was like, whoa, those are the fancy cookies with the glass bottom boat.
It was a treat.
Yeah, it was like
Big treat. Yeah.
It's up there with like Toblerone. Like now I'm like, oh, you can buy that at 7-Eleven. But back then that and like Ferrero Rocher were like,
But
you have to be rich to have those candies.
Entenmann wasn't Ferrero Rocher though level, was it, or was it?
I mean, I thought it was.
I don't remember it from my youth, to be honest.
Because your mom baked cookies.
But she bought like Mother's.
that sounded like a dig because your mom.
No,
baked
I didn't mean it to sound like that. She makes amazing cookies.
nerd.
No, it's like
No, that's amazing. I
a
want
lucky.
cookies.
It was like, oh, because your mom baked cookies.
No, we had Mother's. We
So
bought Mother's
lucky.
cookies.
What's that?
That's a brand.
Okay.
Mother's cookies. They did a taffy cookie.
Is there
They
comma in there?
frosted-
Mother's cookies.
frosted oatmeal. I
Must
think it was
be
kind of like a
regional.
west, but yes, I feel like it's a west of the Mississippi. Were you west of the Mississippi?
Barely.
I feel like it's a California thing. Mother's cookies.
I don't know.
Never heard of it.
Oh
Back
my
to
gosh, they make the
supermarkets.
frosted animal ones.
Yeah.
I know
Oh,
those.
yeah, I know those
You
ones.
look like the white frosting and the sprinkles.
Mhm.
They make those.
Yeah, those are good.
But I think we just called those like frosted animal crackers or
Oh
something.
yeah.
But the taffy ones are really good. They're like,
We're just all Googling cookies now.
It's
like
true.
a
Well,
blonde.
those
Yum.
ones in the round thing, those were real fancy
Oh, yeah.
too.
That looks good.
That's a good sandwich cookie.
I've never seen
Yeah.
those,
Looks good.
but they look good.
Miles, what are you thinking?
Never heard of those in my life. And I know cookies.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I grew up in a place where Red Lobster was also super fancy,
Oh yeah.
you know, and it wasn't until way later that I realized
Olive Garden.
it
Oh
wasn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those were
Never
like
been. Never been.
the kind of
Never been to
restaurants.
Olive Garden?
No.
Wow.
We should go, Miles.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
When
Well,
you're there,
go.
your family.
Unlimited red.
Miles is New York Italian. This is very offensive to Miles's culture.
Yeah. You should try Sabaros in Times Square.
Specifically the one
It
in
would
Times
be a
Square.
real American experience. We should go
Yeah.
when we're on the tour, on the Chicago leg or something. Like when we're driving in the middle of nowhere, we can go to an Olive Garden for dinner.
Yeah, that's
I
the
would love
best.
to do that.
Florida, come to Florida. We'll buy you Olive Garden. We'll
Do you
go.
ever
We'll
have
take you
lunch?
to Orlando to the original.
Yeah.
Oh,
The flagship.
hmm Just in case you were unaware, that's
They
where
have
Olive
they have a
Garden
garden.
was.
They have a garden of olives.
Do they have special attractions
Oh.
there?
No. I don't think the original is where it was. Is it?
Yes, it's in the same place. They've just redone it. It's on International Drive.
That's a
I
shame.
know
They
my
should have
Olive
left it.
Gardens, all right?
We have the original Panera in St. Louis where I'm from because it was
Ooh.
called
Oh,
the St. Louis Bread Company before it was Panera.
wow. I remember when that
Oh.
came to town. When that came to town, it was like
That used to be
bread
fancy,
bowls.
and now it's
The bread
garbage.
bowls.
It's
Yeah.
like the lowest of the low.
I worked at a Panera for like a week and a half.
It used to be
Oh,
great.
wow.
It used to be
Yeah.
like, I feel great. And now it's like, it feels worse than a McDonald's Junior hamburger.
Oh man, this is so much fun. Okay, Will, you in an interview mentioned this person, and this is a question for us, and you're going to steer us in the right direction. Should we watch Tarkovsky's Stalker for Halloween?
It's watch it or like have it on.
I've seen it.
Watch it.
This is for Ryan because I've seen it.
Well,
I
it's
mean-
more or less like, can we make it a Halloween? Can we rebrand it as a Halloween film?
It's a little slow for a festive day. It's very slow. You could
Yeah, they're the
really
kids.
project it. You could really project it somewhere in the neighborhood. It's real spooky looking, but it's a little bit like, feel like you'd want to have something a little more fun. But it's awesome. It's really good, but it's very slow.
That is true though. Like I could see that coming from like a projector on the side of someone's house, and the images are just kind of moving, and while the kids
Yeah,
are
it'd be
all out there
super-
trick or treating.
It's very Halloween vibe, very
Yeah.
but it's I feel like it'd be more fun to like count your candy bars on that night. But November 1st, I would watch it November 1st.
Okay,
November 1st.
fair enough. I'm writing that down. November 1st. What day is that? That's a Wednesday.
All Fool's Day?
Why
I think
do you
it's a
know
Wednesday.
that?
Because
I don't
I'm
even know
going
what day
I'm going to
today
New
is.
York the next day on November 2nd.
Oh.
Booyah.
Oh, Thursday, November 2nd.
Yes, yes. You know Thursday?
Yeah. Oh, right before Friday, November 3rd.
Right.
We'll be in. No, we won't be in Riga.
No, that
We'll be packing to
Sunday.
go to Riga.
Sunday we leave.
Okay. This question, we're going to start with Miles with this question. What are your Friday nights like? Describe a normal Friday night for us.
Hmm.
You know, the rock and roll lifestyle.
Yeah, I mean, how much time do we have? So,
20 minutes.
30 beats at 160.
So my Friday night is usually no. I don't, I'm not okay. Friday night.
Getting down in Ridgewood.
It's November 3rd or 4th or 5th even. It's a Friday.
I think it's the 3rd.
Right. The thing I have somebody asked me recently what I do on weekends, and this is a person that has a 9 to 5 Monday through Friday job, and they were like, so what do you guys do on weekends usually? And I was like, I don't know. Why like what? Like I really don't know. I don't have a Friday night thing anymore. It's just, I often Fridays I'm in my studio making music, and so then Friday might be a night that I would go to see a random comedy. Like this Friday I'm going to see a comedy show.
Oh, who are you seeing?
I'm seeing it's a live podcast taping, which is kind of what comedy shows are now. And it's a podcast called Celebrity Book Club, and they're doing a live show at Bowery Ballroom. So I'm gonna go to that.
That's something we would go to as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But generally Friday night, I grew up in Greenwich Village in Manhattan, and so Friday and Saturday nights were and are just totally different than, like, so different than the rest of the week that I kind of over time grew to just stay inside harder on Fridays and Saturdays nights. Yeah.
Great answer. Thank you for putting so much effort in that.
Hey, this is what I'm here to do.
What about you guys? What are you doing? What's your Friday night? You're rocking, tea drinking Friday nights, November 3rd.
You put out an album called Friday Night. This better be a good.
Oh yeah, I
good
don't know if you
answer.
guys noticed this. There's some of these questions, while random, are tailored. Around song
Ooh.
titles.
Whoa.
Foursquare.
Whoa.
Get it?
Hold on. Let me Google
Whoa,
this real
whoa,
quick.
whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, not to make us sound really tired, but we are usually pretty tired by Friday after the week of parenting and, grinding. And Friday night is usually just like, let's watch a show. Because literally the other nights of the week, we don't even barely get to sit and watch a show together.
You have to wake up. You have to gotta wake up early.
See that sunrise.
Yeah, right. Unfortunately. And so Friday night, I consider it a treat when Will and I get to like pick a show to watch.
Because there's no alarm to set. God
Unless
willing,
Alvin
there's
has a baseball tournament. But even then, it just feels just a different feeling. That is the honest truth.
That's exactly what we want.
That's just the God's honest truth. These days it's a little different with the album coming out and rehearsing and playing shows and stuff, but that's typical, like our historically Friday night we're watching TV and letting the kids' lunches rot in their backpacks and not taking them out until Sunday night.
Sunday night, yes. Why is it so sticky?
I know, yeah.
Leave the coffee grounds in the coffee machine as well from
Just
Friday.
bring in
Sunday.
the parenting realness to this
parenting book podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, it's all parenting and books and sunrises
Yeah.
and holding your nose.
I love them.
Have you listened to that Sunrise podcast?
It's just people going, ooh, ah. We end every episode with a song from our guest. What song do you want us to end this episode with?
Ooh. Wait, by us or for us?
Yes, for you, by you. FUBU, for us, by us. You guys ever wear FUBU?
FUBU.
Is that what that stands for?
Yes. I don't think I've ever owned an article of FUBU clothing.
Miles, what should we end with?
Oh, I thought you were asking about FUBU.
He's wearing
Miles,
FUBU right now.
What should we end?
Phoebe. 4 miles by miles. Boom.
FUBU.
Boom.
It's so stupid, and I appreciate that so much.
Can you imagine if we chose like The Window, that song, to end with? Like, that's not going to be the choice, but I don't know, one of the singles, one of the ones that wasn't a single.
I love Longgrass. You said you like Longgrass. Sorry, Miles was supposed to pick, and then I was like, you know what?
No,
No.
it's always FWBWA, never FUMBUM. Sorry.
Longgrass feels good. It feels like the spirit of this conversation. I love it. I love it. I love that pick.
I love that pick, Will. It's a great pick.
Oh, this has been so much fun. Okay, we'll go individually here. And whoever wants to go first, just jump right in. If you could, who, I don't know how to say this. What musician, live or dead, would you want to bother in the vein of bothering the band? And what would you want to ask them in the vein of these stupid, dumb questions?
Great question.
Oh God.
So
5
much
minutes of
fun to put them on
silence.
the spot. It happens every time.
It happens every time. I love it. It's like a chance for me to stretch.
I mean, I feel like if it's just like a little bit off the cuff, I feel like I would want it to be one of the Beatles. I just feel like they would be so good at it. It would be so entertaining. They'd just be like, and I'd be like, just keep talking, man. But which
Keep
of the
talking, Ringo.
Ringo, John, probably John or Ringo. Ringo was my first thought, and then I was like, it'd be fun to bother George Harrison. I feel like he'd get bothered, and it'd be kind of be fun. But I feel like Ringo or John.
Do you have a question you would ask them? What do you put your deodorant? How do you put your deodorant on, George?
Ringo, how's it going, mate?
That's a good question.
What would I ask? What would I ask John? I'd be like, John, what do you? I mean, I would ask him his favorite bookstore. I would be like,
That'd
honestly,
be pretty good.
uh,
He's like Barnes and Noble.
and then I'd ask him about kickball, and then or Foursquare.
Is it the same ball?
There's
So
got to be
silly.
some. Oh, there's got to be some stupid Liverpool thing. I don't know. I don't know anything about Liverpool. I'd be like, tell me something stupid about Liverpool. I don't know.
But you could-
I'm
you could-
thinking about the question. I'm kind of trying to cover for these guys while they think of who
Yeah,
they
I gotcha. That's
trying to be a good teammate here.
You're good.
I Sly Stone, I think, would be
Ooh.
a wild conversation, and I would ask either like I would ask for like some. This would be young Sly Stone. I would ask for like what his current favorite like song is, or like what song he's listening to. And then current Sly Stone, I would ask like how do you like your eggs? And then like he would
That's
just
a good one.
Whoa,
he would like get real deep about something that I really want to know.
that actually like gave me chills.
That's a great answer. No one said Sly Stone before. He has an autobiography coming out soon.
I know. I want to get it.
How do you do your eggs, Sly Stone? Like, whoa.
It's dedicated to Miles. This is how I do my eggs, fool.
What about you, Jenny?
I'm torn between two, and I'm actually not a Swiftie or really a member of the Beehive necessarily, but I'm torn between those two because I'm very fascinated by, like, I think that they're both incredible artists with these amazing personas. Maybe Beyonce, but I'm torn between Beyonce and Taylor Swift. Because I'm so fascinated by especially Taylor Swift. Like, who's the real Taylor Swift?
You want to see if you could peer through the crack at all.
What's behind all of this?
How do you like your eggs?
Yeah, exactly.
And then be like,
How do you like your eggs? What is your favorite bookstore? And not anything like because I feel like she's so manufactured. And even though that might be genuine, like come from a genuine place, and she may feel like it really represents her. It's such a Russian doll thing. I find it very fascinating. So, kind of, I'm gonna go with that, even though that's not like a meet your hero kind of thing.
More anthropological.
Yes, yeah. I'm going for like an anthropological study.
No, that's so fascinating.
I agree. That's
Yeah.
like one of the best answers I think we've had.
What makes these megastars tick? Like for real.
What's like, yeah,
Like,
in
you
the
can get a
artist,
glimpse,
in
like,
the artist mind.
You get like a sentence, like one sentence of just like, and you're like,
What actually inspires you? Yeah, yeah. Like not like like all your boyfriend, like alleged
Yeah,
boyfriends and stuff that inspired. Like, what is it really? What is it really that inspires you?
that's great. Do you guys follow us on Instagram? This is our
No,
moment.
but I will.
Please do. Everyone follow Bother and Band on Instagram.
Yeah.
What do you want us to promote? Hit us.
When are we playing Central Florida again?
Hopefully not November 2nd or 3rd.
I mean, just our record. We have a record. Is that a
Fantastic
thing to
record.
promote? Is that a thing to be
Yes,
like
that's
Mhm.
record?
Sure.
that's what I'm getting at. I just wanted you guys to take it
Oh
and
yeah,
run
say
with
it. Oh yeah. Come check out our new record at our house. Following the address.
Go to
Just
Miles'
over,
house,
guys.
Ridgewood,
Make it
Queens.
Chili.
Let's go to Chili's and listen to it.
Let's go to Chili's. Let's go to the Chili's Junior in Terminal B,
It's
It is.
and we'll all listen to our record. Let's meet up at the Chili's Junior.
what a fantastic record release party that would be.
It'd be pretty good.
No, I don't think anyone's ever done it before.
I've had some really bad food at Chili's Junior though, so it might not be that great.
There were those high school kids that did the Denny's.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Oh, the metal
video?
band. The metal band.
There's like a
right?
high school metal band, and they all just raided a Denny's with their instruments and started playing, and their friends came in and started running circles, and they definitely got kicked out, but it went viral, and now they have a ton of fans.
Amazing.
We have a Denny's at the corner here, but it's a bar owned by a guy named Denny. It's really weird. It's a really weird place.
It's literally above the subway.
And you go in there and you're like,
what
"Where's
is
the?
this?"
I'll take a grand slam. Where's the pancakes?"
It's like,
Moons
weird
over my
guy.
hammy. I can't even remember last time I went to a Denny's.
No.
Me neither.
Have you been to the weird Denny's over by the F train?
No, but I will go there in November.
Wow, that would be a deep cut.
We'll send you a photo.
I like the just the words together. Weird Denny's. Wow.
Weird Denny's, yeah.
Welcome to Weird Denny's.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
Steve.
accurate. I'm
There's
Denny.
no one, there's no one there named
Denny.
there's no one there named Denny.
I'm
Okay.
Denny.
So what's next for Will Butler plus Sister Squares?
We are literally we are weighing all our instruments right now because we have to
Oh
fly
yeah.
to Los Angeles. Well, Miles is pursuing renting drums because they probably won't fly with drums, but we're down here weighing literally just with a bathroom scale.
Yep.
you know.
Oh,
Bring
you're
this-
doing a bathroom scale.
bring
You don't have the
this.
thing that you like lift.
No, we're doing the
That
bathroom
thing.
scale, then subtract your weight.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's so
I've
smart.
done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
Monday we fly to LA. We play Monday. We play Monday on Tuesday. We play LA on Tuesday.
Yeah.
1 week from what day is it?
Today's Wednesday.
Anyway, we're playing it soon.
What's the weight limit for like instruments and shit? Is this a bad topic?
Is it
So,
a
no,
limit or is it just like the more it weighs, the more you pay?
The more you pay.
Mm.
There's a general 50-pound limit. Like if it's over 50, it just gets insanely expensive, and sometimes they don't take it. So you just want to keep it under 50 because then you can at least. Sometimes they don't take stuff over 50, or it's just like it's like $150 or whatever.
Okay.
So it's like,
Well, we don't have anything that's over 50 pounds.
what's our heaviest thing?
Our heaviest thing is the MS-20. It's 38 pounds.
Ooh, getting there.
But then they charge per bag, right? Like he can't even fly without paying for a bag unless you're literally just have a backpack.
class.
Then you get
That's-
all the
that's
bags.
true.
So we basically have to take the bass and the red fender and duct tape them together so that they're one.
How much do they weigh? Because we could get a double. Oh, but then it costs like
Yeah.
$200 for a double case. Anyway.
This is fascinating for real.
It is.
Yeah, I never think about
It
this
really
shit.
is.
These could be one
Because there's
thing.
there's 5 of us,
Yeah.
and there's our clothes, and we have
Can you imagine being in a ska band that has to fly around?
4.
But I feel like horns don't weigh
It's
There's
just the
there's a lot of them,
there's
but
a lot
homes
of
don't
people.
weigh
They
that
have to
much.
wear they
Not
have
for
to
you.
wear suits.
Oh, we
Extra,
have
that's 20,
we have
right?
9. We have 9. That's doable. 9 things to check.
And we each check 2.
That sounds
different
exhausting. What
carriers.
time do
That's
you
a
have
lot
to
of
get to
money,
the
but
airport?
the more we can get it down, I think we can get down to 8.
I also am gonna have to check.
Oh, you have 2 things. You have the SPDS. Look at what this conversation is about. You have the SPDS.
I love
and
this.
No, for real,
You have
this
your
is
drum
solid
gear.
gold.
You have the heavy drum accessories. Your
I was
40
thinking of bringing a suitcase because I'm gonna go light on clothes, but I need to bring the SPD. I was thinking of putting it in a big suitcase with a couple of other things.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. What is a piano weigh?
Thank you for facilitating this
Yeah,
and meeting.
I hope this kicks.
Oh, 144.4 minus 123.
You guys can go, by the way.
No, this is. I was gonna. So, Miles,
Now
how
everyone
many,
knows how much I weigh.
Miles, how many undies are you taking on this
That's gonna be
tour?
my question.
Oh, that's a
This
good
is
question,
practical, not even a joke.
yeah. Oof.
Probably as many as I don't like have a lot. It's like a ton. So I don't know.
You should just go to like Marshalls or Ross on the road and
Yeah.
buy them,
Yeah.
dispose of them.
Yeah. I think I usually try to do like the amount of days. We're going in little spurts. So like we're not going to be gone for more than a week until November, and then I have no clue what I'm going to do in November. But yeah, I'll bring like a week's worth plus one.
Are you guys going to Europe?
Yeah, November's overseas, right?
Yeah.
And then back to Florida?
Yeah.
For some
Yeah.
Olive Garden.
You see how we're working that in there?
The laundry, doing laundry on tour in Europe can be really fun. Like you do like run into people and stuff. I mean, it can sometimes kill your soul, but it's sometimes like actually fun to like go to a laundromat and like you feel so human. And sometimes you really don't want to feel human, but sometimes you're like, oh yeah, I'm just living my life. I'm gonna go to this laundromat. I'm gonna go to the corner store and I'm gonna get a juice at the corner store, like a €1 whatever, like not something fancy, and just like, but sometimes you're like I don't like thinking about how I am made of bones. These clothes just remind me that I have to put things on my bones.
Yeah, and the relentlessness of life
And bones.
and the bones.
I don't like remembering that I'm made of bones. What did you say? That was good. Just writing
And
905 here.
But regularly walking on pigeon bones.
Oh yeah, that's New York City for you. Guys, this has been so much fun. That's our program. But this for real has been a blast. Thank you for playing our silly little game.
What did we
And
win?
you won a Barnes & Noble gift card.
Yes, my favorite bookstore.
And a date to
Yes.
Chili's.
And, and when you come to Florida, all the breadsticks are on us. They're endless anyway, so just go nuts.
Perfect.
For real,
man.
guys, we love your band. Thank you so much for taking the time to do this. And yeah, that's it. That's Bothering the Band.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great evening and best of luck, safe travels, and we'll hit you up soon.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
In the long grass, in the long grass, by the train tracks, by the train tracks.